Guys, well, here's the good news. I'm still alive. The bad news is last Wednesday, some idiot in a great big giant truck with a big steel bumper pulling a 4,000-pound trailer decided to rear end me while I was sitting still. He was doing about 65. So, I don't know how I'm here, how I'm walking around and sitting out here enjoying a drink and a cigar tonight and talking to you. Honest to goodness, it really is just the grace of God. But let's talk about this for a second. And I don't really have anything planned to discuss, but it really made me open my eyes to a lot of things, like being distracted while you're driving. And our phones have us totally distracted while we're driving, and every one of us are guilty. I mean, I sent a text message today while I was driving. I read a text message and sent it, and then I was thinking, you know what? That's how this dude hit me. I was sitting still in traffic when a 7,000-pound truck pulling a 4,000-pound trailer hit me from behind. Fortunately, I saw him just before impact and was able to turn my wheel and step on the gas right as he hit me, so it hit me and knocked me across the road into the median instead of up underneath the big Chevy Suburban that was sitting in front of me. So, I mean, I'm grateful to be here. I'm irritated that that dude drove his truck away, but my paid off car is totaled. So, so one of us is going to have to spend money, and the other one, maybe his insurance will go up a little bit, whatever. But everybody's okay. That is the main thing. But, how does that happen? I mean, we see wrecks all the time. We hear about them all the time. It really made me open my eyes to how alert I am when I'm driving. And driving in very familiar territory, because he was driving in very familiar territory. He drives that route every single day, just like I do. And we've probably passed each other on the road hundreds of times, literally. We live in the same town, and we work in the same town out of town. So, me and this dude have probably, crossed paths literally hundreds of times. But last week, we didn't cross paths. He ran into my path. And, and he's okay. And he was a nice guy. He is. But his life is not impacted at all by this. Maybe he feels bad. Maybe he's going to have to pay a little bit more in insurance. It was a work truck, so he probably won't be affected at all, really. And he owns the business, so he's not going to get fired for the wreck. And but whose life is impacted when you get in an accident? That's not your fault. When you're doing what you're supposed to do and someone else doesn't do what they're supposed to do, why is it that your life is the one that gets turned upside down? Maybe you're injured, God forbid. Maybe you're not. Even if you're not injured, you're still, there's damages that aren't compensatable, and not all of us want to go run to a lawyer and sue to try to make money off of it. However, I'm going to probably get about half what it's going to cost to replace my car. My paid for car that I worked hard to pay off so that I wouldn't have a car payment when my kids went to college. So, how do you deal with that? What's the right answer? Morally, what is the right answer? Do you sue to try to get more money, just to get more money? Or do you sue to try to get more money to make up the difference when the insurance company's not going to negotiate? Which, by the way, I thought it was hilarious that I could not get a hold of the insurance company for 2 full days after the accident. Well, almost 2 full days after the accident. But the afternoon after the accident, the first time I spoke to anyone from his insurance company was when they contacted me to offer me a settlement for my pain and suffering and inconvenience. I thought that was hilarious. Fortunately, I was not in any state of mind to accept any offer. which, by the way, I got the estimate to repair my car today, and it's going to cost more than what the car cost new in 2017. So I don't know. What are your thoughts? Y'all been in an accident that was someone else's complete negligence? Not always fault. Not all accidents are because of negligence. Well, I guess they are technically are, but sometimes accidents just happen. Stuff happens. We know stuff happens, but sometimes it's gross negligence. A couple things I know about this wreck is that, one, I know he was on his phone because he said something to me about, had he not hung up on his wife right before the wreck, she would have heard it. Okay, so I know the dude was on his phone. Also, I know that his 4,000-pound trailer didn't have working trailer brakes because he said something to one of the people who were stopped to help us out about his trailer brakes not connecting that morning and not being able to get a light on whatever, So he knew that he was driving without trailer brakes, and he was speeding coming in to stop traffic with no trailer brakes, staring at a phone, hit me. Luckily, I didn't get crushed, which is what would have happened had I not saw him. So, what's the right answer? Like I said, he's a nice guy doing probably what a lot of us have done hundreds of times, minus the trailer brake part. That part ticks me off more than staring at his phone, because I've stared at my phone I don't know how many times. So I'm sitting out here on a Monday evening. It's cool, in eastern North Carolina, enjoying a very good, by the way, I'm sorry, we're 6-7 minutes into this. I'm just now bringing up the cigar. Guys, this is, I think, it's hard to read, a GURKHA Reserve, something reserve, aged, can you see it, 18 years. You're not going to get a good view because it's not going to focus for you. And believe me, it's dark out here and I'm not going to see it because it's gold lettering on a gold band, which looks very, very cool, but makes it hard to see what you're smoking. I don't care. I like it. I'm not a big GURKHA fan, but this one is really good, guys. It's very mild. As far as strength goes, I'll probably put it more on the high side of medium, because in all honesty, I can feel it a little bit, and I haven't eaten supper yet. I'm grilling steaks tonight. I'm super excited. Love grilling steaks, but I'm not grilling them until later, until my wife gets home. So I'll be grilling in the dark, but that's all right. But anyway, it's very good. There's no harshness to it. It's been smooth. I've been out here smoking this thing for a while now, and I've been sipping on my version of the old fashioned minus the orange peel. I don't keep oranges in my house all the time, so I keep orange bitters. And I like to make my old fashioned with old granddad, agave syrup, regular bitters, and some orange bitters when I don't have orange, and it seems to work out really nice with a big ice cube. By the way, guys, when that ice melts, it just opens this thing up, and it gets better and better and better. Yeah, I put a cherry in it tonight because I put a little extra whiskey in it. Needed to give off a little kick. But anyway, it's going great with this, all right? I love the shape. It was, the shape was the same on both ends. You can probably see the ash. I haven't ashed yet, so you can see kind of the shape of the cigar. A fun little cigar to smoke, guys. And I got a feeling I'm going to be smoking it for, probably more than an hour out here, which suits me just fine. I'm not going to tell you about flavor notes. I've been smoking cigars for a long time, and I still can't get the flavor notes. I don't know what these people, their palates must just be insane. I can't get it. But I know what I like. And I'll buy another one of these. And they're not cheap, but they're not out of the price range, about 11 bucks. I'm enjoying them. I truly am. And right now I've got a humidor full of good cigars. So I think I'm going to be well stocked for the wintertime, and really enjoying it. I've got my old fashions. Got a bottle of Penelope bourbon in there right now, the 80 proof kind, not the barrel strength, which is the best, by the way. So I'm going to enjoy at least the rest of October and probably November with whiskey. And I bet you I get through the whole winter with the cigars I've got. I'm going to keep buying them because that's what I do. But anyway, guys, think about that a little bit. Let's think about wrecks and accidents. And, you know, they suck. They change, you know, they don't alter your life, but they do change your life. They change your perspective on things. You know, you have to repeat the story 100 times to people that you know, over and over, and then to family. You know, at what point do you tell them? I told my mother today that wreck happened last Wednesday. You know, you repeat it over and over and over again, and at work over and over and over again. And the more you repeat it, the more you play it back in your mind, and how lucky you are to be here. You know, it wasn't just like a little bump. I mean, I would have been dead had, you know, I was just lucky enough to have looked up. You know, there was an angel in the car with me. God told me to look up. Whatever you believe, I believe in God, I believe in angels, I believe in prayer. I also believe in just freak luck, all of those things, and probably all of those things were at play that let me be here to make this video for you. And really the videos are as much for me as they are for you. I mean, you know, usually I get, you know, 50 people who will watch them of like 180 people who have subscribed to my channel, and thank you very much. I appreciate it. My daughter out there sitting with like 300,000 followers, but you know, I don't know the magic of that, and I honestly don't care. I got a full-time job, a part-time job. I referee high school sports. I'm a football referee, and I play music in a band. I don't have time to try to build up any kind of social media. I do these for myself because it's entertaining for me, I guess. And it's a good place to vent sometimes. It's a good place to show off my hobbies and talk about what I really enjoy, which is sitting back and relaxing with a cigar and a whiskey, which I'm not doing right now because I'm getting amped up talking about this. And what I should be doing is turning off this video, kicking my feet up, and not letting this really good cigar go out. So guys, y'all enjoy your night. I'm going to pretend like I just lit this thing and I'm zoning out for a little bit. So peace to you. Enjoy a smoke, enjoy a drink. Don't overindulge. Say your prayers at night. Don't look at your phone while you're driving. All right, peace out.